Another one. Welcome back to Double RT Boxing. I'm the host, Mr. A, of this show. This is the post fight recap between Agit Kayabel defeating Derek Chisora and still European heavyweight champion Agit Kayabel. Now this fight should have went with my gut on this one. I thought Agit would be too fast for Derek, but I, like most people, gave Derek one last chance. You know, I said it in the breakdown prediction. Derek can't afford to not take this guy serious. He has the speed, he has the power to put Derek behind quick on the cards and put him in a bad spot to play catch up. And unfortunately, that's well, not unfortunately. That's just what happens. It's not like it's a big thing, but that is what happened. Uh, Straight out the gate, Agate just came out moving, using the ring, popping off combinations. What Agate looked like was a more effective Huey Fury. The way, the way Huey Fury used all that movement back and forth, popping with the jab against Joseph Parker, but didn't get the decision. It's the same style Agate Kayabel used against Derek Chisora. Now he let go more punches. He let go. He'll hit triple a jab, do a 1-2-2 against the body, 1-2 double hooked, and another hook upstairs. At at any point in this fight, did Derek give a chance? Like, okay, he might. Okay, he's gonna start catching up. It's gonna start. He's gonna start now. This was a clean. It was a lopsided. It wasn't a clean sweep. I did have Derek, I think, winning like one round, and that's only because Kayabel needed his second win. I think it was like round 7. Chisora was able to catch him, land some shots, but this was a. And the thing is, I think early on you could see Derek woke up like, oh, dude, this guy has put me in a bad spot quick. Like in round 3, you could see, even in round 1 and 2, you could kind of see Derek was trying to put a fight to him, but he could not cut off the ring. He and the reason why he couldn't cut off the ring, he needed a lot of energy to catch Kayabel. Derek Derek didn't come in a good amount of shape. You could see, like in round 1, even all the movement Kayabel was doing. Derek was like, he just stopped, like took some deep breaths, shaking out his arms. He did not take training camp serious for this guy, and it showed. Kayabel used great movement, great hand speed combination variation. All the stuff I talk about in the breakdowns, Kayabel used it all. Kind of like the jab was on point, the body shots was on point. There was nothing that Kayabel could not land on Derek. Uppercuts from the outside, get inside uppercuts, and during this fight, except there's not one point that Derek gave his fans hope that he was going to turn this fight around. He couldn't cut off the ring. He didn't look in shape. He was breathing heavy. He couldn't even land a punch to maybe rock Kayabel. At the beginning of round 1, Kayabel was so confident from the beginning of round 1. He shook his hand and just like triple jabbed him. just jabbed the hell out of Chisora, and that was it. And from round two on, whatever Kawahal wanted to do, move around the ring, pop him with a jab. The only thing that was weird, like I said, he was doing everything Huey Fury did against Parker, but he just landed. He was letting his hands go more, and therefore he got awarded for that because there was no difference. There was no difference between what Fury did and what Fury did and what Kabahal did. Chisora did the same thing that Parker did. He was throwing punches, trying to catch him down. Nothing was different, but just the volume of punches between Fury and Kabahal. Kabahal let his hands go more. He was doing the same thing. He would walk. He even turned his kind of back and kind of did that walk. The referee was warning Kabahal a lot like that. Like, hey, stop turning your back. But I see a lot of fighters do it. You know, they do so much movement and then they kind of walk away. But I don't know why the ref was so on them like that. It's not like Chisora was close enough where that he was throwing punches and hitting him in the back because if he was turning. He was hit, and another sign of defeat. And this is what shocked me in the fight. Chisora was pointing to the ref like, "Oh, look at him, he's turning. Oh, he's hitting me behind the head." Chisora don't seem like the type of fighter to complain towards a ref. And when you start seeing fighters tell a ref anything, he's turning his back, he's hitting me, he's holding me. Yeah, when you start seeing fighters always complain to a ref, you know mentally they are defeated in that fight and they're looking for any amount of help. Like I said, round ones, two, three, four, five, six, all the way, they're all the same. Kabahal using the whole ring and just unleashing any type of. It wasn't devastating combinations. I say all his punches were about sixes, but he was just hitting them. Jab, double up on the jab. Here you go, here you go. 1, 2, then a body shot, and then he's out. 1, 2, and then he's out. Two to the body, and then he's gone. Here come in, uppercut, hook, and then he's gone. It's just skating here. He'll walk away. You know, he tagged Chisora with a whole bunch of sixes, kept his hands going, kept the movement, kept the slower Chisora's feet always resetting. Chisora, the only way Chisora could really get him was when he did get tired, he'd hold him and try and hit him. But even then, Aggie was holding his own. Like, you want to hold me a hit, I can hit you back too. Like he had enough power to get. Oh man, I should have went with my gut on that prediction, but I did say it in the breakdown. He has enough power to hold his own against Chisora, and it happened. His hand speed, his foot speed was too much for Chisora to handle. Whether Chisora underestimated him or just Chisora was out of shape, clean, over dominating victory for Agit Kabahal. Where I think Kabahal is ranked. He's ranked. I want to say number like 8 in the WBC. He could get himself a nice little title shot with Deontay Wilder in another year and a half, perhaps. He could get that fight. He's up there in the WBC. As of right now, where's next for Kabahal in the WBC? I like to see him versus Andy Ruiz if he's going to take another worldwide type step. Because I'm thinking who's up in that WBC, pretty decent rank. Because Chisora was like number 8, if I'm not mistaken. Then you have Ortiz at number 2, White at 3, somewhere up in there. So a good next worldwide level fight, I think, would be a nice Andy Ruiz. Will he get a White? I don't know if White is gonna take the chance of losing that silver belt and losing his Deontay Wilder ticket. because the next mandate fight for Wilder is Brazil. So if there's no unification for Wilder, he's going to fight Brazil next. That's his Mando. And then he might have to fight Dylan with that silver belt. But Cabo Hall in the WBC, who's up there? Yeah, I think it's Brazil above him. Chisora was above him. White, Ruiz, Ortiz. I mean Louise. Um, a few others, but yeah, I think yeah. So it's a very very dominating, easy outbox Chisora Cabajal did. Retains his European Heavyweight Championship. Very impressive performance. Now, before I end this, I'm going just a reminder what I'm doing in a lot of my videos. This coming November 11th is the fight for Errol Spence's mandatory Carlos Ocampos versus Constantine Palmera. The fight was supposed to happen September 26th. It got pushed back to November 11th. Very important fight. That fight determines Errol Spence's #1 mandatory fight. That's going to be his first fight in 2018. If he gets no unification belt shot, you know how IBF handles mandatories. Carlos Ocampos or Constantine Palmera is fighting for that mandatory spot to be Errol Spence #1. And the fact that Lamont Peterson is Errol Spence voluntary, he needs to fight his mandate, and that is the winner of the 11th bout, Campos or Constantine. Just keeping it in our heads, boxing fans. Very important fight that no one's talking about is happening on the 11th. No one talked about it when it's supposed to happen on the 26th. It got pushed back. It's supposed to happen on the 11th now. We need to keep an eye out for that. This is Mr. A saying thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. Another video. We ready talking that boxing, baby.